Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's second down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Rodgers brings it in. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to make it third down and 10. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
To throw is Kelly, and his throw is incomplete. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
On On second down, it's Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.O. Moore. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Let's go. 3-19. Over.
A play fake. Now Kelly. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Jones. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go. But blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Detroit! Over! Back here we go. Here we go. 39. Watch it now. 40. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a first down throw. Kelly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket. And he throws him.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here's Kelly. And caught left side, Olsen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run again with Ajayi. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go, Leopard! Leopard!
They run with Ajayi. Shoves him aside. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Phillips in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All right, here we go. Leopard!
On 1st down, it's Kelly. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Play action, it's Kelly. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant. On 1st and 10, Kelly. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. On 2nd down, Kelly. Wide open receiver complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
Here we go now.
Kelly on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Kelly now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Pennell with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Over. All right, here we go.
To throw is Kelly. Off play action. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check, Patriots.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Back to throw. He's to the 10. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get him the football. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
This is Ajayi. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. An NFL update. They're in the second quarter in Baltimore. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, Kelly, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now let's go. Green.
Now Kelly off the play fake. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Now let's go.
Here's Kelly. Off play action. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
All right, now, no. Check. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Gone. Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Kelly on 3rd down. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st down and goal. The offense knocking on the door.
Back to Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, that's Bird, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Here we go now. Leopard.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's a J. Spins past him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, it went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now it's a J to the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Kelly now throwing on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.O. Moore in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Off the play fake. Kelly. And here he's got Grant. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw is Kelly on 3rd and 2. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Kelly on 1st and 10. A dump underneath to Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A handoff as they run the counter play. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 31 yards there and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction, and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And his throw here is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you want one. You'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number one. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early buys and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Running right, Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Kelly. Eluding the pressure right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.